What is going on, crypto fiends? Ryan Rotella here. Today we are going to be doing a quick little news episode for you guys, just talking about the current price movement of crypto as well as some news happening in the space. Now before we jump in anything, I want to point out my new cryptocurrency light. As you guys can see, it's a Bitcoin light, and it displays some price movement of different cryptocurrencies. So that is going to be going on throughout the longevity of the videos. But regardless, thank you everyone for tuning in, and if you're not a part of the community, don't be afraid to join on in and hit that subscribe button. So first off, I did do a review of the LEPAL hardware cryptocurrency wallet yesterday. So if you are interested in maybe picking up a hardware wallet, LEPAL is definitely a good option. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that, go over and watch that video after this video. Secondly, I am doing a giveaway on my Twitter account. I'm doing a giveaway in IOST. IOST has been absolutely killing it recently, and they just made a huge announcement today for their secret killer. So we are going to be giving away 1,500 IOST. All you have to do to enter into the contest is like, retweet, and follow my Twitter account, and I will be announcing that probably within the next 24 hours. So no more wasting your time. First off, we have the price movement of crypto. Crypto is actually doing quite well right now. We are beginning to recover from yesterday's dip, and this personally for me is not what I wanted to see. I was hoping we were going to dip a little bit lower than what we experienced. So if we go over to Bitcoin, we're not going to be looking at any trading view charts or anything today, but I just want to show you guys where we currently stand. That is just absolutely incredible. Literally 4 days ago, we were $1,000 cheaper, a little less than $1,000. But we experienced this dip yesterday around 1,600 UTC. We dipped to around $4,850, and we began to uptrend again. I'm really hoping we can hit around $4,600. That's where I personally will be entering in more fiat currencies. But I also did pull out. I announced on my Twitter account that I pulled out into USDT for a chunk of my cryptocurrencies, not everything, but just a little bit that I kind of like to swing trade. I pulled out at $5,025. So currently I am losing money. Look at that, guys. I'm losing money. Great cryptocurrency YouTuber to watch. No, but seriously, I do hope we dip down a little bit. If we don't, it is what it is. If we hit around $5,100 and if we continue to grow, I probably will just jump back in and take the loss. But if we can retrace, I will be very happy with that. But it seems like we're doing really good so far. And in the grand scheme of things, that's okay with me. We're moving sideways. We're holding the gains that we added into the market, and the 24-hour volume is still pretty up there at $58 billion. So let's just look at a couple top gainers. We have XRP killing it, up 10% on the day. That's real interesting considering when we did have our initial pump 2 days ago, XRP did not budge at all. It stayed around 32, 33 cents. So now it's finally starting to make a little bit of movement. Everything's up around 6 to 10% today. We have IOST up another 14.4%. IOST is up triple its value from about 2 weeks ago, absolutely killing it. And we got Maximine coin. Haven't heard of this one. Let me know down below if you guys are familiar with this coin. I would love to learn a little about it. We have Pundy X up 21%. They were just recently listed on Upbit. That's why it's pumping. Aurora up 43%. You guys get the idea. Everything is doing very well today. Digitex futures, this is one I am trying to really make a position on, but it's been so volatile lately, and I'm really hoping it can dip back down to maybe around 9 cents so I can make a position, because we do know on April 30th they will be launching their exchange platform, and I want to try to swing trade this cryptocurrency. So our first news today, Tone Vase says Bitcoin sinking to $1,300 remains a realistic target. Despite Bitcoin's impressive performance over the last few days, crypto trader and analyst Tone Vase remains decidedly sober on Bitcoin's potential trading price, stating it is possible we'll see Bitcoin at $1,300 again. My worst case scenario target is $1,300. It doesn't mean that Bitcoin has to get there, but to me, $1,300 has been a realistic target for over a year, and it remains a realistic target. Vase, a former Wall Street analyst turned to crypto trader, thinks it's time to be accumulating even though BTC has the potential to lose value. Of course, not financial advice. When asked how his sentiment differs from the Winklevoss twins, he stated that he's a little more optimistic, explaining Tyler believes Bitcoin could sink below $1,000. However, he admits he has a significant hodling position, which makes him that much more invested in Bitcoin. My fundamental analysis is very, very simple. Bitcoin is a legitimate asset that has a future. All other cryptos do not. I don't believe they are legitimate, and I don't believe they have a future. So when I see altcoins pumping harder with the Bitcoin rally, it tells me that the market has not bottomed and that the bear market is still with us, he explained. That doesn't really make sense to me. I don't know if it's just me. Let me know if you guys understand this, but I understand where he's coming from, that he's kind of seeming like an overall Bitcoin maximalist, but to say that none of the other projects in the space are going to succeed, that's completely ludicrous, especially DApp platforms. Not just that, he also talks about how he believes we haven't bottomed yet because a lot of the altcoins are booming higher than Bitcoin right now. That doesn't make sense either. Obviously, the majority of altcoins are going to boom more to the simple fundamentals that you can make more money off of them with the lower market caps. So that statement's a little wacky, but that quote, that whole statement did come from Ivan on Tech's interview with Tone Vase. So if you guys want to go watch that, it is on Ivan on Tech's YouTube channel. So I just thought that was a little interesting, give us a different perspective on the current market, because we do have the majority of people really bullish right now. Personally, I am very bullish. But to see the other side of things where realistically maybe we could go to 1,300, who knows? It's very possible, but it's really hard to believe as well. So that's all we got for that. Next up, we are going to be talking about Coinbase CEO names 3 things crypto needs for mass adoption. Brian Armstrong, CEO of the major United States crypto exchange Coinbase, believes that crypto mass adoption mostly depends on volatility, scalability, and usability. Coinbase CEO said that a cryptocurrency can achieve mass adoption by improving those things and, of course, reducing the volatility, which unfortunately is not the most exciting thing. As per volatility, if the crypto markets keep swinging dramatically, it will be hard to get more traditional investors involved, Armstrong said. Thus, the industry needs more stable prices, achieved, for example, via stablecoins and more use cases to attract people, he concluded. Armstrong further added that there are currently up to 10 teams working on scalability solutions, such as the Lightning Network, to improve the speed of crypto transactions. Thanks to the development of these solutions, crypto might reach 500 to 5,000 transactions per second and start working at Visa and PayPal volumes. Usability also needs to be improved, Armstrong continued. He argued that there's currently too many steps in order to invest in cryptocurrencies. Armstrong suggested crypto investments for retail investors should work much easily, using popular Chinese apps WeChat as an example for usability. He makes valid points here, but none of this is realistic probably anytime soon. First off, to decrease volatility, you need the market to grow, and you need it to grow drastically. You need Bitcoin to be around $50,000 to $100,000 before we really see levels start to slow down and volatility decrease. So I understand where he's saying volatility needs to go away before we can really get mainstream adoption. That's not necessarily going to happen through stable coins, because people don't want to hold stable coins as an investment. It's a good option to pull in and out of the market, but regardless, that's going to affect volatility across the board. Also, he talks about how many teams are working on transaction speeds, the Lightning Network, and etc. That's definitely something we need to tackle now while the market's greatly lower than it will be in the future. And then usability, he talks about how it's not that easy to jump into crypto right now. I have to kind of disagree. Of course, it can be a lot easier through simple applications, but that's not going to be happening if we need to do identification processes all the time and stuff like that. Regardless, through any platform, especially with having governments involved, you're going to have a certain extent of annoyance when jumping into cryptocurrency, and that just it is what it is. It's an asset class, it's a new investment class, and there's going to be those limitations to it. And especially how he's the CEO of Coinbase, and there's a large array of steps before you can jump into cryptocurrencies. I think that's maybe a little hypocritical, but as of right now, I mean, there's really not much we can do about it until cryptocurrencies really become mainstream, where you won't really need to do any identification processes or anything like that, but that is quite a time away. So also, our last piece of news today, Coinbase was listed on LinkedIn's top 50 companies list, coming in at rank 35. This is a big thing, guys. LinkedIn ranks contenders according to interest in the company, employee engagement by executives, demand for available jobs, and employee retention rate. Different listings are issued for different countries, with Coinbase correspondingly appears in the US edition. The latest data contains some surprises. Coinbase beat out famously crypto-skeptical JP Morgan Chase, which only attained 44th position. I think that's really funny. We all know Jamie Dimon completely bashed Bitcoin in the past. He said it was a scam, all that sort of stuff. And now you look at Coinbase and they're completely crushing JP Morgan. And we even have the JP Morgan cryptocurrency coming out soon. So in my opinion, I think when Jamie Dimon was coming out and saying Bitcoin's a scam and all that, I think it was a scare tactic. I think they wanted to buy themselves some time in order to jump on the train and take advantage of this incredible opportunity that's right in front of us. So that is all the news I have for you guys today. Let me know down below where you think crypto is going to be going within the next week, because again, I'm personally trying to add to my position around the $4,600 level. If we can get to $4,800, I probably will add in a small portion, around maybe about 30% of my fiat, but until we can really see a little bit of a retrace, I'm not going to be just jumping in, because I've definitely learned my lessons from doing that in the past, and I'm trying to be a little bit smarter with this overall cryptocurrency space. So let me know down below what you guys are currently doing. If you found this video informative, I would greatly appreciate a like on the video. It helps support the channel to grow in the future. And of course, don't forget, go over to Twitter, do these steps, and you can enter in for 1,500 IOST, which could be worth a couple $1,000 in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next.